Welcome to the Progression Show. Today I have a special guest, Justin Collins. His Instagram, JC of the Finest. And I bet you, I don't really know the reason why he called it that, but however, his mindset is sharp like a tack. And he's gonna teach you on this show how to get your mind sharp like a tack. He has supported over 5,000 individuals, A, either lose weight, B, gain weight, or C, maintain their weight. This is a powerful man. And on this show, you're gonna learn how to take your life and your mind to the next level. See you on the Progression Show. Wait, you're all the way on the East Coast. All you have is the power of social media. So how do you do the introduction to be able to build that relationship?
I feel the introduction, it has to be like if, for example, I know Ali in his speech on Saturday at Progression, he used an example of the bamboo tree. Like you have to nurture it, and then it springs out of the ground like years later. So I know for, say, some of the people that I really, really want to meet, say for yourself, Sam, Ali, anybody that I might meet, say it starts with just, okay, I've acknowledged your profile, if you're using social media as the example. I see your profile every day, I'm not gonna miss a post, like. Every day, I'm gonna leave value in the comment. I'm not just gonna say dope, I'm not just gonna say facts, unless it absolutely applies, but I'm going to say something that makes sense, that adds value to not only your post, but maybe to people that are following you that read the post, like, wow, I recognize that. To where now, you might not know me from the like, because people get thousands of likes. You might not know me from the comment, because people get thousands of comments, but you'll know me from the value that seemed to always be attracted to your page. And then I know that eventually you're gonna have to see that, and then I'm gonna send you a direct message. But I'm not just gonna send it direct with the text, I'm gonna send it with a video. So you can see me, you can feel me, you can hear me, you can have that energy come in your direction. You can be like, wow, a lot of people send me DMs. I don't know who this guy is from the East Coast, but he seems like he's cool. And then all of a sudden you'll remember that subconsciously, but you're not gonna remember it right on the surface. Right. But then over time, you'll keep seeing these messages. And then one day you're gonna comment back and you're gonna be like, that's the guy from months ago that messaged me. And next thing you know,
you know what I said?
Yeah, and it's like, that's the thing, same thing you said. All of a sudden, that was the guy that messaged me 3 months ago. And then now you talk to someone and somehow through how you're always one relationship away, a couple people away, maybe someone you really know closely happened to have met me. And then that person's like, oh, he's cool. And you're like, I remember that guy, he messaged me 3 months ago. You're like, oh yeah, you should talk to him, he's cool. And next thing you know, that the connection is made. Now you're like, this person's been nonstop value. They've never quit. Every day they show up. Every day they comment, every day they give value, every day there's tagging people to bring more attention to what I have going on. You're always giving. You know, when you put yourself out of receivership and you just focus on the giving part, it's just the energy always flows back to you.
So you're saying essentially your system of building relationships, especially online, is to give value, not just once, not just twice, but continually give value. And then that other person that you're looking to build a relationship with is eventually going to notice you amongst all this noise in social media. And then they're going to recognize you either in person or on social media and respond back to you. And that's really the start of your building a relationship.
Yes, because it's just the always the giving, but never relenting. But also understanding that, hey, you know what? I'm huge on, you have to make a goodwill deposit. If you look at you're massively successful. I'll just say you're more successful than me. You know, you look at Sam, more successful than me. You look at anybody at this conference, I'll just say more successful than me, even if it's by a dollar amount or one extra follower, one extra client, whatever it is. So if I'm going to give to you, whom I feel is super successful, why are you gonna give me your time? I have to be adding something to you first. I'm not gonna say, Andy, you're super successful. I need you to do 7 things for me.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, everybody needs me to do 7 things. Like, what makes you any different? Right. But I'm gonna keep making these goodwill deposits with zero, I don't care if you don't respond to me ever. Eventually you're gonna be like, that one time, I'm gonna get you. And you're gonna be like, this guy is nonstop and messaging me.
And those little things, actually, I reckon, now I'm thinking about it, those little things are the things that push the ball over, especially after coming from a conference of, about 200 people in the room, including speakers. And, me being the person that hosted the event, especially the work business day right after, there's a lot of, requests. You see upstairs as meetings, we have meetings afterwards and so on and so forth. But I've seen that you are constantly doing those goodwill deposits, and that I have found that, like, subconsciously, now that we're talking about it, now I think about it, I have found a liking to that, even to the point that you Instagram search Progression Conference, you found last year's event, and you found it, and you were making comments to last year's event, and I seen those things. I was like, oh, this guy's actually caring. And then we did some social media So social media leading up to my seminar where you were pouring value into me. Now all I'm thinking about subconsciously is, okay, now how can I pour value back to him? And that's how essentially you're saying that this is how you progress relationships in a short period of time.
Very short. It's just the nonstop giving. Because
Okay.
everybody needs something. It's like maybe if somebody's drowning, they need a hand to pull them out of the water. You know, if you're looking at, well, I can't help you until you help me, that person's gonna drown. And it's just like you have to always be there. Like,
Man,
no
I
matter
should
what.
take like that clip at the beginning of this and like create it into its own video of how to build relationships on social media. Because that was very powerful.
Thank you.
So now let's go into you, man. So now I saw a photo of you online and I saw that you were kind of leaning forward. You were a little bit chubby and you had an Under Armour shirt on, so you were trying to play the part, but
It wasn't being played.
and then I saw the side-by-side photo of you having your shirt off with a full six-pack. And so take me, who are you, and also what happened between that guy who was chubby and out of kind of overweight, and the guy that I see today.
Well, they're both the same person with two different mindsets. One was a low performance mindset. The other one is a high performance mindset. And as being an online fitness trainer, and helping people change their lives, I'm not in that position if I didn't change mine. And I did not do it alone because I will not say that I did. I have a coach. I always shout him out, Rob. He helped me to adopt that mindset and get to the point where I took years and years and years of having always excuses, not being accountable, not having discipline, going to Cheesecake Factory like every week to the point where they know me personally.
I feel you, man.
It gets hard, but I was 235 pounds at that point. And in those pictures, when I look back at them, I'm like low confidence, low self-esteem.
So for context, you're 235, where are you now?
I'm 196 now. So 39
So you're talking
pounds.
about almost 40 pounds,
Yeah.
and what was that, a fat?
It pretty much.
So
fat
40,
and excuses. Yeah.
That's a lot of weight. So what was the shift that took place to allow you to go from that guy to this guy that we see here today?
The shift was just understanding what I wanted to become and knowing that what I was doing was not getting me to become that person. My goals were getting further and further and further away. They weren't becoming closer. And the only way that was changed was I knew what I wanted. At that time, I was like, people are asking me for help with fitness, but not so much, because what am I gonna help you with? I don't look the part. I want to be an actor and a model, but how am I going to be a model or an actor if I'm not looking the part? I can't be a fitness model when I'm out of shape. I can't be whatever I want to be on screen if I look so big on screen. They're like, okay, get this guy out of here. And so as my life was declining, I was like, I'm not going to be this person anymore. And the last version of that person, it's an unfortunate story, but when my mother passed away, that's when that person, the initial person, died. Because that was when I made the immediate shift. Like, I'm no longer, this is the last person my mom saw me is not going to be the person that stays in that low trajectory. Because she didn't bring me into this world to be mediocre. She brought me in to be my best and to be great. And that's the last thing she said to me before she passed away, just be your best.
Wow, dude.
And I was like, I'm never ever going to let that promise go, because I promised her. I wrote it down on a card and put it, when she passed away, put it in her casket. So that's a life promise. And that's when the shift went. Just like that. I was like, no more excuses. I'm going to get help right now. I'm not going to try to be tough guy and do it on my own. I'm going to ask for help and have somebody kind of pull me out of the water.
Was it like a quick decision?
Immediate.
Or was it, so it was a decision. Now what changed after you made the decision to get fit?
After I made the decision to get fit, I found someone that was fit, that had been fit for years, that did it for a living, that was like, hey, here's what you need to eat, because that's 99% of your problem is what you eat, your diet. And the other part, the 1%, you can learn how to train, but if you don't eat right, the training doesn't matter. So it just started to be not making excuses anymore. Like, oh, I'm tired, I'm just gonna take a nap. No, I'm gonna get off the couch and go to exercise. Or, you know what, it's late on Friday, I don't feel like meal prepping and making some chicken, I'm just gonna get a pizza. You're not gonna get a pizza. Put the phone down, go into the kitchen, cook the chicken, be accountable, because the old you would make the easy choice. And that's why your life was hard. That's why your career was going down the drain instead of bubbling up. The new you is gonna be the person that makes the hard choice that nobody wants to make. Everybody, oh, let me get Grubhub. Let me get Uber Eats. Let me order a pizza. I was like, I'm not gonna be that person anymore, because I knew.
So did you just decide, or like, was it like a strategy, or like there had to be more? Like I see that, and someone who's been physically challenged for the last 10 years. I mean, now I'm not someone who's just interviewing now. I'm someone who's actually like on the other side, on the client side. Like I really like I really am in that situation where I'm performing very high in my business, but I'm lacking in my body. There's been many times I had that spurt up where, I lose 20 pounds and I go from being overly obese to moderately overweight, but I haven't hit the six pack. So like, is it just a decision or is it more than just that?
I believe it's just a decision and it's a non-negotiable. Because when you have that pain point of like who maybe the struggles you went through, and then like you said, maybe you have a little of a bump up of a success. When you look at it, your health is directly correlated to your wealth. Your wealth is directly correlated to your health. You can make millions of dollars, but if you're unhealthy and you go in the hospital, all that money is going to your bills and you're back to square one. And I knew it was something just as simple as, I know if I'm going to eat right, I'm going to exercise right, I know I'm going to get the result that I have not achieved yet, because it's not so much when people think of diet, it's like a quick fix. But then when they have the diet, they usually go right back to their old habits. So I knew I needed a lifestyle change because I tried diets before and my weight was a roller coaster. It was up and down, up and down. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to have a concrete decision today to go closer to my goals. And I know that every decision, how you do one thing, is how you do everything.
Right.
And I had to do everything the right way, and it was like little tiny things. I would try to find ways to be more disciplined, like not going to sleep until all the dishes are done and not having tiny shifts.
So now that I'm breaking down your success pretty much, so that guy in the low mindset, the low trajectory, low mindset, low performing mindset, he will allow the dishes to be fill in the sink.
100%.
How about his bed? Make his bed in the morning?
Nope.
All right. Now, a high performing mindset. Do you make your bed in the morning?
Yes.
Dishes every night?
Done.
So now, is it essentially like you're doing these little things first and then the bigger things?
I feel it was tiny bricks to build the big brick. Like I knew if I could, because I never had a routine of any kind. I would just wake up and wing it. And I looked at my bank account. It was wake up and wing it. It was some days good, some days bad. My exercise, my health, same thing. Some days good, some days bad. So I knew I had to establish routines and I had to start small. Because if I was 39 pounds, that's a daunting task. That's a mountain. If you think of 39 pounds every day, eventually you're gonna be like, you know what, I can't do this.
You're not gonna be able to hit the target.
Yeah, but if it's 1 foot at a time, I'm like, or 1 pound at a time, I'm like, you know what, that's just 39 good days. Or however many days it equals, just over and over and over, little pebbles to add up to that big mountain. And I was like, that's an easier sell. I can do the little to get the big. Because I'd always looked at the big before, but I didn't do the little. That's why I never got there.
So you're saying that, for your success, but essentially, because I've experienced that too. So for your success, that you start with the little things, the little forming habits that, hey, make your bed, clean the dishes. And that could essentially affect your weight and how you look.
It's crazy.
And probably gonna affect you how you, I'm going, I go deep, because you remember me on stage at the Progression Conference, I was talking about like how your success can affect other people. So I'm essentially looking at it like this. If you clean your bed, if you make your bed, you do the dishes, and then you have that habit you form every day, you're gonna look good, you're gonna work out. You're gonna work out every day. You work out every day, you look good. You look good, you get your spouse. You get your spouse, you get your kid. So essentially, if you don't clean the dishes, you ain't gonna have a family.
Dishes costing your family.
Oh man, like I never looked at it like that. Oh man, so it's these little micro things that affect your habits. So in your program, you told me that you've trained and supported over 5,000 people to lose weight or gain weight or maintain?
Yes.
Wow, I acknowledge you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to take care of one person, and you supported over 5,000 human beings. That's powerful, and I acknowledge you for that. What you created over the last X amount of years in your business and supporting people to be their best.
Thank you.
So now, what is it that you're actually doing in your business?
Just every single day helping people out. It's a 3-letter phrase. It's just MBR. And when I have my programs, just helping people with mind, body, you add those two together, you get the result. Because many people don't have the body. I'm going to the gym. But if you don't have up top, you don't have the discipline to be consistent to go every day. You'll be a part-time gym goer and you'll have part-time results. So I help people just every single day rehab their mindset, understand that, hey, you can do it. It's something that's every day, just concentrate on going 1 for 1.
Gotcha.
If you can go 1 for 1, you can go 2 for 2. And it might take you 100 days to get your goal, but just fall in love with the process.
So let me ask you, as far as systems, like being someone who was nearly 40 pounds overweight at one point, what was the system for you to really like continue and be consistent in the gym?
The system, I would say, is just following a plan. Because it sounds so basic, but it's like if you know this is what you're supposed to eat, you just eat it. It takes away the should I do this, should I do this? No, follow that. That's your GPS to success, your prescription. If you're sick, being unhealthy, this is what's gonna get you healthy and not sick. So it's the same thing for the exercise. Here's your prescription, here's what you do when you go to the gym.
And you just do it consistently.
You just follow it.
Now, what happens? So here's the biggest challenge that I've seen in my life. So I hope that if I'm doing it, maybe somebody else is doing it and this could be supportive to you. So what has happened to me is that as I start becoming consistent, there's always that one thing that happens. Now, I recognize that happens in business and I've been able to get really good at it. So as I'm progressing, there comes a time where something happens and it's out of my control, or I think it's out of my control, and I don't shift properly. So for example, recently I dropped, I think 30 pounds, and then the guy who was my accountability partner, he got sick. He got like pneumonia.
Okay.
And then so he missed the gym on Friday. Then he said, hey, on Saturday I can't go. Sunday we don't go. Monday he calls me, he's like, hey man, I'm still sick. It goes all the way to Thursday, he's still sick. And then so I went every single day up until Tuesday, and I thought up to myself like, oh, that one day I'm not gonna go. And then it pretty much became a downward spiral. So how can I shift that to continue being consistent? Or what can I do differently that in the event that happens again, I'm fine?
The pivot would be, it's always focusing on your goals, your best life. So when you look at it, a lot of people have accountability partners, and a lot of clients I help have them too. And like, oh, I'm going with my friends. And I'm like, understand, if your friends don't go, that's not an excuse for you to not. Because when you hold yourself accountable to that, like, okay, I have 6 workouts, whether my accountability partner is sick or healthy, I still have 6 workouts. So when you focus on just taking care of your business, you're always taken care of, you know, and it shifts the blame, it shifts the weight off of having an excuse to place on someone else. Well, Jimmy didn't go, so I didn't go. That's my man didn't go, so I didn't go today. And it's just like, well, he costed more so you cost yourself your result by relying on him to show up.
Right.
To where, and you're saying, you know, your opportunity, the opportunities in the show up, if you just show up, there's your opportunity. And you just go, you make the decision to go, whether no one else factors into it except for yourself. Because at the end of the day and the start of the day, it's your life. So when you take care of your obligations, life's gonna be good.
So what do you suggest? Now, I know like in America, losing, now, let me see, is it the same ratio in your business? Is it that you're helping more people lose weight than gain or maintain?
Definitely lose. I would say there's some individuals that want to gain the weight, and maybe it's a health condition or they, you know, just want to bulk up or something for some reason, but vast majority of people is to lose it.
Okay, so it's to lose. Yeah. So, and I know that's happening in America, where a majority of America is becoming obese, unfortunately. Yeah. So I know this is a big and tough question. What is the solution to that?
The solution is just what you're eating. It's just, it's so easy to, I'll just get Grubhub, because the world has made things with technology so easy to make life so simple and be so lazy. So people choose to do that. And it's just like, when you look at it as health as a priority, okay, do I want to make, like I said earlier, make myself food or just get fast food? You know, and it's a lot of people, well, I'm going to go to the gym 24 hours a day and just crush it and I'm going to lose my weight. And it's just like, hey, if you just eat healthy, it helps all these other aspects of your life.
So that's great and all. That's you know, it just sounds so damn easy, man. It sounds like it's fucking easy just to just wake up. But look, I think I'm probably like 60 or 70 pounds over, and I have a lot on my plate. Yep. I have a lot on my business plate, and I'm sure that the people that are watching, you know, they may have kids, they may have, you know, jobs or businesses that they own, especially my followers that are entrepreneurs. So what is a step-by-step? Let's put the top 3 things that need to get done in order to take back control of their health. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
Step 1, I would say, to take care of your health is become clear what the goal is for your health. Because if you're not clear and you don't know what direction you're going, you're not going anywhere. You're just going the wrong direction. So it's like, once you get that goal, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks. That's your first step. Then it's connect to the second step. Do you know how to do that? If not, immediate second step, hire a coach. save yourself the time because your time is your most valuable asset. So when you take care of your goal, you get clarity. You get a coach who provides you with something to do, which would be what to eat healthily or what to do in the exercising. You've now kind of put together your prescription for success, which I guess would be this step 3B. 3A would be to follow those first three. 3B would just be to take action, on that little prescription plan. Because many people have plans but don't execute it. And when you have a goal, you don't get paid for an idea, a thought. You get paid for the done.
The result.
And it's the same thing when you go for your health. You follow those little steps. Like you will by default get your goal by doing that and taking the action and handing yourself what you want.
Okay. And then so now that we have this action, what do we do in the event? Because I'm sure, like, you're human. Has there been a time where you intended to go to the gym but you missed it?
When I first started, there would be. And
now there's no.
Now there's not, because before I even got here, we're in Manhattan Beach. I know every gym within like 10 miles.
So it's a non-negotiable for you now?
Non-negotiable.
So, okay. Now, in the beginning when there was, how do you switch off where you don't fuck up your consistency?
Saying that I was?
In the beginning. So like, let's go, because now I'm setting this up for beginners, people who are in the beginning as well as myself. Okay. So like when you were back in the beginning, how do you create it to become a non-negotiable that no matter what, you hit the gym?
I would plan out my schedule like a doctor's appointment. And it was, you put it down, when you're sick, you're gonna go to the doctor. You have to get healthy. So I'd be like, if it was 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put my final day on Saturday because I was making it hard. Everyone wants to sleep in on Saturday. So I was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. So I have to hit that weekend day. And it was non-negotiable. And at that time, it was just a simple fact. If I happened to miss a gym session, the next gym session, I had to do a double workout.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I do not, the workout.
You don't want
I do not want to do a double. I don't want to do the first one because I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I definitely don't want to do it, then have to do it again as a kind of a punishment.
Right.
So it just was creating, I don't know if that's making it harder on yourself, but
you created a system that supported you to get to where you are now.
It really did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Powerful, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, Justin.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what are some lasting things that you want to tell to the audience to not only get their health right, but just their mind right as well? What are some lasting things that you want to tell the audience?
Lasting things would all be to put yourself first. Whatever you're doing, if you want to get your mindset right, understand it's just simply one choice, the choice of decision. Just make the choice. Just like you wake up and you want to have oatmeal for breakfast, make that the same decision when it comes down to having a healthy second meal or third meal. And when people at work get the bad food, understand that you have separate goals than they do, and you might have to be the oddball, but standing out is great when you're standing out for the right reasons. So just be healthy, exercise, take care of your mindset, because a strong and powerful mind will get you anywhere in the world.
Powerful, man. Thank you so much, Justin, man. You have ignited something in me that's never been there before, where now I'm ready to go home, put my plan together. And brother, remember when I was on stage and I said, hey, you guys want to see my six-pack? And the audience was screaming? Yeah.
It's coming.
Dude, I'm ready, baby. So I'm putting it out there now. I'm working. I'm going to get my six-pack, baby. Thank you for being on the show, Justin.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that, man.